I have detected an anomaly.
Alright, let's find out what that anomaly is.
Probe launched. Scans have found something.
The Hammerhead exploration vehicle, and also show active data storage sites that may contain information as to the whereabouts of Doctors Case and Aloy. Okay. And let's do it. Hey, Net, what's up, man? Oh, hey. How about me not actually broadcasting? It's just I'm broadcasting a blank screen. Hold on a second. Yeah, how about I actually put up the game source? Oh, looky. Hold on a second. Let's hold on here. I was like, I looked over, I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm broadcasting nothing. Oh, Insomnia, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be on super late tonight because I need to catch up with my sleep. Here, bear with me while I fix this problem. Hold on here. Man, yes, legacy mode. Where is it? Legacy mode, by which we mean the way I want it. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock for me, so I'm not going to be up super long, but I wanted to get a little bit of playing in. Did a lot of work last couple days, and I have a couple more papers to grade tonight, but wanted to get in a little bit of playing, so. Yeah, 12 midnight. A little bit past 12 midnight. Let's see. Karis. And Miranda. Yes, that's correct. I guess it would be 24, right? Yeah. That is correct. What time is it for you there? Okay, well you said 22. So that's gonna be, yeah, it's 12, it's a little bit after midnight for me. Search for data. Find any sign of the whereabouts of Dr. Case and Aloy. I should have gone on here first and seen what the heck I was supposed to do here. Hammerhead prototype vehicle and any signs of Doctors Case and Aloy. Oh, here we go. Project Firework has reported a survey ship has gone missing near the planet Zeona. Carrying researchers and a prototype planet-side exploration vehicle went missing. Cerberus has asked the vehicle be recovered and any signs as to the whereabouts of the researchers be reported. Okay. Yeah, that's normally what I am. I know like 24-hour military time. I mean, I vaguely understand that. Not vaguely, I understand it, but well, no, when I normally think about things, I think about it as like 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Sorry, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, or like 5 in the evening as opposed to 5 in the morning, that kind of thing. Excuse me. Okay. Let's do it up.
I don't think the ship is safe. We've run into the Geth far too often. I'm going to stay at the next site with Dr. Aloy. I think we'll be safer there.
Okay. Oh, this is the new rig, huh? The new Mako. By which I mean the Hammerhead.
Primary systems online.
Looks cool.
Welcome to the M44 Hammerhead Infantry Fighting Vehicle. This is your onboard VI. Caution, guided missile system active.
Wow. This is kind of cool. I hope it's going to give me a tutorial on how to make this thing tick. Also, I need to figure out how to get out of it. The M44 Hammerhead Infantry Fighting Vehicle, hey Lego, is a highly maneuverable Mass Effect assisted armored vehicle. Using 3 solid fuel rocket thrusters instead of wheels, the Hammerhead hovers over the battlefield at up to 120 kilometers per hour. That's nice. Allowing it to maintain formation with swift armored units, skim across calm water, and even leap terrain obstacles. Backup micro boosters guarantee locomotion, so even destruction of 2 main thrusters leaves the vehicle capable of full mobility. The Hammerhead retains most features of interplanetary fighting vehicles, an airtight interior, 360-degree kinetic barriers, and a guided missile system ensuring accuracy during even aggressive maneuvering. Its electronic countermeasures extend to laser detection, chaff, active thermal masking, and ground-penetrating weapon-sniffing radar. The Hammerhead's navigation control emulates that of tanks, so tank drivers can operate Hammerheads without additional training. Factory-issue Hammerheads therefore have no altimeter or similar sensors and are best used at the standing cruising altitude 2 meters off the ground. Sure, Nat. Let's try it like that. Okay. Yeah, I want it to be large enough that people can see it. Oh, cut it in half? I don't really like that. No, I like to see the conversation so that when I go back later on, I can see what people said above. So I don't really want to cut it in half. Yeah, no, I know, but I'd rather leave it as it is. Because I prefer, when I'm looking at the videos later on, to be able to get a sense of what people were saying. I may come up at some point with a different way of capturing chat than just doing the stream version, but... let's see. Okay. Well, that's fine, but I want to know... That's great, but I want to know how to... Excuse me. I want to know how to do things with it, so... Toggle camera, boost, mine... How do I exit the vehicle? Is there no way to exit the vehicle when I want to? I just drive around in it until it tells me not to? Really?
Mission objectives located. Acquired.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. Well, it controls a lot more tightly than the Mako did, I'll tell you that. Good sized jump, too. Woohoo!
Let's take a closer look.
Interesting. So there's like no leaving it at all. No, not tonight, Lego. Hey, Goddess. Been a long time. How are you? Yeah, no, Lego. I'm tired. I'm not going to be on for super long tonight anyway. I have a couple more papers I want to do. I'm doing a lot of papers lately, and I wanted to get a little bit of playing in. Although it's cool because this will remind people a little bit, since the next one we're doing is basically science fiction, a little Star Trek-y, you know. Hopefully, no promises though, Lego. No promises. Like I said, next week, basically the next 2.5 weeks or so are going to be kind of rough. So hopefully, but no guarantees. Yeah, welcome everybody. Oh, why? What's up, Goddess? What's going on? Problems? Sorry for the terrible driving, guys. This is the first time I've driven this vehicle, so. Oh, man. Lots of people have been getting their wisdom teeth pulled. Lego had it done a little while ago. Night Sky just had it done a couple weeks ago. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. I had that done back when I was younger, and yeah, it sucked for a couple of days, but, you know, in the end it was alright. I remember less about the pain and more about just this is going to sound a little gross, but basically the taste of, like, the oozing was, ugh, without getting into details. Oh, good. That's cool. You'll do fine. Yeah, and also not everyone has to get their wisdom teeth removed. It used to be they recommended it for lots of people, but it's not always the case now. Whoop. That's not going to do it. Well, maybe I can't get up to it that way. I have to go up this way. There you go. Oh, yeah? Oh. I'm not entirely sure if I should feel bad for you then. It's like, well, I was in a lot of pain, but, you know, I couldn't take the Vicodin because I was drinking. Like, oh, okay, well. Oh, awesome, Net. Oh, cool, man. That's good. Hey, what's up, Maps? Good to see you. What? Still can't save in this thing, which is a little troubling, frankly. I wonder if I can take those poundings that I'm taking. Okay. Aha, okay. Oh, okay, okay. I went the wrong way. Wrong way. I was searching for a ship, it was the wrong way. Hey, what's up, Tweaked? That's it? That's all I need to do is just find the vehicle and then just, like, basically use this as a tutorial? Oh, that's cool right there. Screenshot! Okay. Thanks. Yeah, you like it? I'm getting it tricked out, too. Little flames down the side. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So we got the hammerhead. Found wreckage of freighter MSV Rosalie. M44 hammerhead acquired. Recovered research data. 125 experience. Good amount of credits. Alright. That was quick. Hey, what's up, Gilt? Not long. Just like 10 minutes, maybe. Alright. Let's take a look at that journal. Whoa. Whole bunch of stuff. What the heck? Alright, let's see. Data reveals that Dr. Case was interested in the anomalous weather patterns on the planet Latesh. He had scattered probes on the planet's surface in the hope that the unnatural atmospheric conditions might be related to Prothean technology. If Cerberus could recover the data from those probes, it could shed some light on Dr. Case's research. Travel to Latesh, Como System Phoenix Massing, recover the data collected by the probes on the planet's surface. Okay. Let's see. Data also shows that Dr. Case had stopped on planet Kerrang to run tests on artifacts found on the planet's surface. Recovering the data he collected could lead Cerberus to discover Dr. Case's last known location. Which means I have to go to Kerrang, Vare, Hawking, Ada. Search for Dr. Case's survey sites. And Project Firewalker Volcano Station. Data taken from Xeon reveals that Dr. Case established a research station deep inside an active volcano on the planet Karumto. Dr. Case believed that the volcano hides an extensive Prothean ruin. Whether his hunch was true or not, station should contain data that will lead to Dr. Case's whereabouts. Caution is advised. Karumto, Yakawa, Carlston Rift. Search for the research station that Dr. Case established inside an active volcano. Alright, well, that's some stuff. Those are some things. Oh, as always, thanks, Net. Sleep well, sir. Thoughts? Welcome to the stream, Thoughts. Thoughts, have I seen you in here before? Have you been in here before and I've forgotten, in which case I apologize profusely, or are you new to the stream? Bye, Nat. Sleep well. As I immediately forget what areas they talked about. What is this now? Chromo System Phoenix Massing. There, Hawking Ada. Yakawa, Carlston Rift. Okay, so see if I'm close to any of those systems. So yes, you've been here before. Okay, that sounds good. Well, welcome back. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, the name sounded familiar. I was like, I thought maybe I've heard of it. I've heard of that name before. So, welcome back. Help Zaid. I'm not really ready to do Zaid's loyalty mission. I want to pick up some of these other people before that. I'm trying to do other side quests and get a lot of the side quests out of the way, which is what I often do with these things. Yeah, cool. Welcome back.
Fuel reserves at 50%.
Do I want to go help Zaid yet? No, I don't. I do not want to help him yet. I stick to my guns. Need to go back to this fuel depot and pick up some probes, because and fuel while I'm at it. There we go. Alrighty, so... Oh. Alright, I might as well... I didn't even realize that. Okay, so let me scan while I'm in here. I thought I'd scanned this area. Let me take care of that. Try to run through this quickly. So how's everyone doing tonight? Relatively small hydrogen-helium gas giant, Polito remains undeveloped while its sister planet Metaponto garners all the attention. This was not always the case. In 2180, new I can read. In 2180, news stories seeded throughout the extranet claimed that Element Zero is being found on Polino's moons in record loads. This turned out to be a scam spread by the Dunwarachum Consortium, Gesundheit, an Elcor corporation trying to scare up investors. After a small fleet of space probes scouted the area, the hype quickly deflated, and the myth only persists now in unwanted extranet email messages. That's funny. It's a modern-day Nigeria. Good, I'm doing well, thoughts? Oh, poor, huh? Okay, well, not gonna waste my time with poor. So forget that noise. Alright. What else we got? Mass relay, Polino. What about this planet here? Metaponto, a hydrogen-helium gas giant. Metaponto has developed a helium-3 fueling station funded by Elcor business interests who hope to bring enough attention to the system to attract terraforming investors and thus eventually develop Volturno as a habitable world. Thus far, they have met with little success. I like how I can do all that. I can hear all these things, and I'm like, that's great. Now I'm just going to scan the planet. You know, except it's poor, so I'm not going to do that. Ben, what's up, man? How are you, sir? Okay, so that's not going to work. Forget Metaponto. Let's head over this way. Volturno, a so-called super-Earth. Volturno is home to organic life, but is nevertheless uninhabitable for the near future. Currently in an ice age, most of the planet from the latitude of 30 degrees north or south is a frozen wasteland, and so most organic life, limited to algae and lichens, resides near the equator. The strong gravity prevents any sapient species but Elcor from thriving on the planet, and the Elcor cannot breathe the planet's atmosphere, which contains lethal amounts of carbon dioxide in addition to its oxygen. Small packs of Vorsha squatters are attempting to take the planet for themselves illegally, but most of them live miserable existences in the planet's crushing gravity and die from falls and medical complications. Only terraforming on a massive scale would turn Volturno into a habitable world, and the Elcor lack the political capital with the Citadel Council to begin such an effort. Why are the Elcor all over this system? Everywhere you look, it's Elcor, Elcor, Elcor. Oh, I'm doing well. Thanks, Ben. Congratulations, Lego. That's awesome, man. What class?
Probe launched.
Psychology. Nice. Yeah, congratulations, man. Extra credit. Every student's love. Yeah, I'm doing a I'm giving one of my midterms tomorrow. Or I guess later today.
Probe away.
Yes, thoughts. Yeah, I teach in college. But since you said uni, I now know that you are a one of Maps and Legends countrymen or women. I know now for a fact. Hey, Fifth, what's up, man? How you doing, boss?
Probe away.
How's my favorite Canadian viewer doing, Fifth? I am enjoying ME2 a lot, yes. I am enjoying it a great deal. I just got the Hammerhead vehicle, so I got to try that out, and I determined that it's about 6,000 times more maneuverable than the Mako, for whatever that's worth.
Launching probe.
Yep. Oh, you've been through some thoughts, yeah. Power to his igloo. No, there are some Canadians who are just as tired of the cold as Americans are. There are, however, no Canadians that dislike hockey. I've concluded that all Canadians have are genetically designed to like hockey. Every time I go to Canada for a conference or something like that, and I go into a hotel, and I see that they're talking, like, minor league hockey drafts and stuff like that, I'm like, these people are not joking around about hockey. They are not messing around. In fact, Entremedes used to get into a fight with some of the other Canadian streamers about whether the Edmonton Oilers were the best team or, you know, it's pretty cool to watch.
Launching probe.
Awesome. Dude, a pet polar bear would be pretty badass. I'm sure PETA would be all over you, though. They'd be like, you can't have a pet polar bear. And you're like, yes, I can. They're like, no, you can't. And you're like, really? All right, Greg, take care of him. Polar bear goes over. Wham.
Probe launched.
Oh, I see. Hang in there, Thoughts. Hang in there, man. You're not 90. You still got plenty of time. You'll be able to get it done. Just stick with it, man. You'll get there. The old cliche that it's never too late to learn is absolutely true. And especially when you've got a lot of work already done. If you were living back in the Renaissance, you'd be heading towards the end of your life at this point. But fortunately, you live in a much different time, health-wise.
Probe launched.
That is a pimp igloo. Badass igloo. There was a lot on Volturno for sure. Okay. Secure Volturno. Lepini. A hydrogen methane gas giant. Oh, well. Yeah, but that is a very sad thing, though, when it happens. A hydrogen methane gas giant, Lepini and its moons have been cursorily scanned by space probes and found to have little in the way of rare resources. The galaxy at large considers it unremarkable. Yeah, well, I can see why. Actually, just for the hell of it. Just so I can say, I would take something from it. Okay, I got your thoughts. We shall change the subject then, forthwith. Alright, sorry. Vecchio is a moderately sized terrestrial world with a thin, hot atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Initial surveys found trace amounts of iridium, but little else of interest in the silicate desert sands that cover much of the surface of the planet. On a recent tour, the Alliance surveyor ship Coop discovered a group of partial graves hidden in the equatorial mountain ranges. The ancient skeletons in the burial sites are obviously humanoid, but incomplete and poorly preserved, which has made them difficult to identify. Fragments of primitive ceramic grave goods were also found nearby. This raises further questions about who once traveled to this inhospitable planet, since the closest garden world, Volturno, has no intelligent life. Human universities are planning further archaeological investigations. Cool. No, I have not. I am looking forward to that moment. Because I know from watching Inaminatus' stream that that is endless enjoyment. That is hijinks. When I probe Uranus. Yes, indeed.
Launching probe.
Yeah, those are fun times. Whoa. Jackpot.
Probe launched.
It's like most of that continent. I wish I knew what the probe does when it arrives. Like, how does it... Because it's not just a probe. It's something which actually extracts and returns the minerals to the ship somehow.
Launching probe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Manu. Spoilers. No, actually, I happen to know that because I watched an Aminatus do that, but... What's up, man? Good to see you. Watch those spoilers, man. Blind playthrough. Have not played it before. But in any case, not a big deal because I already know that that happened. Because I heard it.
Launching probe.
That's alright, dude. No problem, dude. I'm mostly kidding. It's not much of a spoiler. I mean, like... I like discovering those Easter eggs.
Launching probe.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Well, I have enough probes left to finish.
Probe launched.
Lego! Permaban. Not if I have anything to do with Lego, even though for some reason Ashley's freaking photo is still sitting on my desk. I'm like, no. No, right now I'm romancing Kelly. Let's keep our eyes on the prize here.
Probe launched.
No, that's cool. Good to see you, Mana. Ooh, nice.
Probe launched.
Far Cry with Swords, Tropical Skyrim mod, huh? I thought I saw something about that. I didn't know what that meant. What's up, Demiser? I wonder if they're ever going to live down that Skyrim with guns thing. Man, they have gotten just hammered for that. All right, I'm going to pick up some more probes, and then I'm going to go do some quests. All right. I'm going to hit this mass relay. And we're going to kick it all the way live. Let's see what we got. So we've got Citadel, which I do need to do at some point. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Recruit the Krogan, recruit the Convict, Omega, which I'm pretty much done with. Firewalker, right. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to do more of the Firewalker one since I just picked up the Hammerhead thing. So... trying to think what the best... Let me try recovering the research data first, which seems reasonably safe. That's because you're an anti-Skyrim bigot, Demiser. Alright, I'm just going to scan within this, I'm going to scan within the system, then I'm going to go to Yakawa. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to get a lot of this scanning done early on in the game, so I don't have to do it later on. So, and I figured, I'm fairly tired anyway, so this is kind of chill, and then I'll go and I'll do the Firewalker quest in a minute. Sure, I absolutely did Lego. I played it in the arcade. I played, actually, there's a place called, in my hometown where I went to school from basically 3rd grade all the way through high school, and I even lived there for a couple of years when I was going to college because I lived at home for the first 2 years. There was a place that was called initially the Polar Whip, and then it became called Kelly's at some point, and then it went back to the Polar Whip, and now I don't remember because the last time I was there was a couple of years ago in my hometown. I don't actually remember what it is now, but anyways, this little like restaurant, like burger joint type place, and they used to have an Asteroids in there, which I played a lot of, and I was never even that great at the game. I mean, it was not, of the old school arcade games, Asteroids was not one of the one I was best at, but I always thought there was something kind of interesting about it conceptually, even though there's like nothing to it in a way, so yeah, exactly. Polar Whip. Yeah, what it comes down to with Demiser is that Demiser loves the absolute living hell out of Oblivion. Oblivion. And so, as a consequence, pretty much any game that is not Oblivion and is related to, like, Bethesda at all does not measure up. I mean, there are more specific things, but, like, that's one of the basic things. Okay, let's see. A large planet composed of ice surrounding a rocky core, Partholon, retains trace gases of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. Its crushing gravity makes for an inhospitable stay and makes most mining infeasible. However, its orbit's proximity to the mass relay in the system means space travelers will, for the next few years, use it for a gravitational slingshot to add speed on their way to and from Kaelston. Oh, good minerals, though. Couple hundred hours. No, I definitely respect Demiser's opinion about these games. I just give him a hard time about Oblivion because he every chance he gets, he's like, play it, play Oblivion, play Oblivion. So I just give him a hard time, but I respect his opinion about it. I've played 120 hours, I think, of Skyrim, and I haven't finished it yet, and I like it. I have the same problem I have with every Bethesda game, including Oblivion. Sorry, Demiser. And that is that I get to a certain point in the game, and the interest doesn't get held for me. I don't entirely know why. I don't know if it's that the story is too diffuse, like if it just seems like the story is kind of all over the place and there's no real, like, I don't know, narrative push. I mean, the world's amazing, and I like implied story, but for some reason the story is like too implied. I don't really know how to describe it. So, I don't know, there just gets to be a point where I just sort of, go away from it for a while. But in a way, it should be totally in my wheelhouse, because the idea of having like an open world, RPG that's fantasy oriented is definitely up my alley, but I don't know. But I will try to finish it at some point, Skyrim. Yeah, it's I don't know how to describe it, Demiser, because it's weird. It's like they do have quests and they do have stories and they do have, interesting characters, but sometimes it just doesn't always kind of fit together for me. It's just a world that you walk around and you're like, this is awesome. And that's cool, but it's only so much I can do that. And that's all the way back in the old days. Daggerfall was like that too. I was like, wow, really cool, neat world at the time and everything. But then I was like, eh. But like, does anything happen? I don't know.
Probe launched.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, New Vegas. Yeah. And Fallout, now see, I've watched Kata play some of Fallout. I played Fallout 1 and stopped at the point when I was standing in front of someone point blank with a gun, and I'm a gun expert, and I miss. I was like, no. That would never occur ever. Quit game, thank you. GG. And then I've watched other people play, but the thing about Fallout is just, in general, as a fantasy guy, as a fantasy author myself, probably my least favorite world or setting is post-apocalyptic. I just don't like post-apocalyptic settings for the most part. And so, since Fallout obviously is all about that, it's not that it's bad, obviously. I can definitely see, a lot of how good it is. It's just, it's like it's something which I think is really cool, which I don't particularly care for. Like, MOBAs are like that. Like, MOBAs are like, I can definitely see why people like them, but I just don't care for them myself, so.
Probe away.
What, in Fallout? Oh, sure. It's post-apocalyptic. It's kind of goofy post-apocalyptic, but, Oh, okay. Yeah, Demiser, I can see that. That is kind of cool, I admit. That is kind of cool. Thoughts, the first Fallout? Fallout 1? There we go.
Probe launched.
Still got some left on here. I want an expansion to my ship so I can carry more probes at once, so I don't have to always worry about that.
Probe away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see that, Thoughts. Definitely. Well, that was the thing, Demiser. That was like Morrowind for me. It was like that. Oh, there we go. Morrowind was like that for me, where I was like, it's awesome, but I'm kind of bored with it somehow. And then it's awesome, but I'm sort of bored with it somehow. But I never played Shivering Isles, and, so I never got into the mods thing. But I seriously tried to. I remember I was living in Boston at the time, and I remember going to the Galleria Mall, I think, Cambridge Side Galleria, and picking up Morrowind and being like, this is so epic, and it's amazing. And then I played it, I'm like, I'm like, it's cool, but then I just got to the point where I'm like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm just drifting through this world without any real, like, purpose. So, I don't know. Boston, with khakis and khakis. A tiny rock planet, Elath is noted for its frigid temperatures and crushing nitrogen and krypton atmosphere. Lying out beyond the Fomor belt, there is little to recommend it, except my scanner.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
There we go.
Probe launched.
So, yeah. What are some of the games that you guys, what are some of the games that you folks liked a lot or loved that generally most people thought were terrible? Like, what are games out there that are not terrible but not good? What games are out there that got bad critical reviews but you really liked them and you couldn't understand why the game got bad critical reviews? Oh, thoughts. You know what? You just named my 3 top games in that list. Baldur's Gate 2 is my favorite game ever, probably. Baldur's Gate 1 is next. For at least RPGs. Baldur's Gate 2, then 1, then Planescape Torment are my top 3. And as far as games in general, Legend of Zelda is up there because of its impact on me, and probably Metroid is up there. And then the last one is Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo is badass, basically as a series. So, but anyway, so what are some games that you guys that people loved and most people, the critical sort of reviews, etc., didn't like?
Launching probe.
Yeah.
Probe away.
Like, I'll give you one. I liked all of the Wing Commanders. And I don't remember if it was like Wing Commander 2 or 3, but there were a couple of the Wing Commanders, like one of the later ones, Wing Commander, maybe Privateer, that people were like, you know, this game's a movie, it's not a game, this game sucks, whatever. And I played it, I'm like, no, Wing Commander is still badass. Awesome. Like, Wing Commander rules.
Launching probe.
And I could not understand why someone would talk that much smack about Wing Commander. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest game of all time, but I thought it was really good. And I felt like people still didn't give it its due. I don't know if they were just annoyed because it was so commercially hyped and stuff, but... Oh, yeah, like Marble Madness, let's say, thoughts? I have to go grab some more probes at the fuel depot. Okay. All right. Hey, Chrono. Oh, TIE Fighter's a great game, but I don't remember anybody... Did anybody ever say anything bad about TIE Fighter? So I always thought the TIE Fighter got incredible reviews, and it was deserved because it was badass. You like SimCity? Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, Ben. Have you seen that video that Kat posted on his Facebook page about SimCity? It's pretty damning, I have to tell you, for something which promises to be this big-time city simulator. I don't know, but you know what? It's cool if you like it. That's fine. I do see why people get mad about that. The X series? I don't know if you mean like the XCOM, Chrono? What was another one that I was going to bring up in reverse? Oh, a game that everyone loved that I hated is MDK. Murder, Death, Kill, MDK 1, 2, the MDKs sucked. I hated them. I was like, what is the point of this game? They didn't control well. The graphics didn't look very good. I had no idea what the big obsession was with MDK. But man, did people love them some MDK back in the day. Did you really? I don't know, man. It just did not click with me at all. I was like, I didn't get anything about it. I don't know. I wasn't wild about Oddworld either, like Abe's Odyssey and all that stuff. It never really grabbed me. Oh, you know another one like that? Earthworm Jim. I didn't really like. I was like, what is? I found the controls irritating, and I didn't. The humor I thought was obvious. Like, was not a big Earthworm Jim guy. Hey, Drone Shadow, welcome in. Welcome into the stream. I feel like this is the day for this, Drone. Have you been on the stream before? Or is this your first time here and I forgot your name, in which case I am very apologetic, or not? But you seem, or are you new? First time, yeah, welcome in, man. Good to see you. I'm just finishing a little bit of scanning before doing one of the Project Firewalker side quests. The hostile moon Kaelston is the largest satellite of the gas giant Cernunnos. An ancient asteroid strike deposited major loads of element zero within the molten sulfur mantle. Eldfell Ashland Energy's mining operations have made it the largest source of Starship Drive core material in the Attican Traverse. Kaelston is racked with volcanism due to tidal stresses from Cernunnos. Because of weak solar output, plant-like life on Kaelston is not carbon-based and photosynthetic, but silicon-based and thermosynthetic, requiring heat rather than sunlight to power its chemical reactions. These organisms flourish in volcanic vents and during solar flares, when Balor can double or triple in luminosity. Sadly, sapient habitation is not possible here, and Kaelston's biodiversity is considered threatened by the Citadel Council Committee on Habitable Worlds. I love flavor text like this. Having done a lot of it myself, this is the kind of thing that BioWare is just unmatched at. There's no one better at building up environment and story in this kind of methods. These codex entries, man, I eat this stuff up, I really do. Lego, thanks, man. Yeah, thanks, Drone, I appreciate it. Yeah, thoughts, I'm kind of, yeah, I generally am the same way. Except, unlike, I mean, I guess if anybody calls Metroid a platformer, but really it's not. Metroid's an adventure game, so. Hey, Gray. Good to see you, man. Dragon Age 2, Divinity 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do actually, Lego. So did someone in your class get called out again by your teacher? Yeah, Fable. I don't know. Another one was Dark Cloud. I played Dark Cloud, and I played through some of it. I'm like, eh. You know, but Dark Cloud for the PlayStation, everyone's like, Dark Cloud. I was like, it's okay, but... Yeah. I remember you telling me about what had happened. No, I know, Fifth, but you know what? It's okay. Like, even if they ignore it, the fact that it's there makes a big difference. So this planet has, like, I don't know how many millions of people, and I'm just going to drop probes. I'm like, here we go.
Launching probe.
There's, like, some person going, look, Ma, we found us an element zip. Like, a probe lands, like, 2 feet from them. Like, thanks. Thanks for your support, citizen. Thanks for your help. Sorry about your house. We'll drop you some credits.
Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Oh, Planescape Torment hoodie. Thoughts? Did you see that that Torment, which is the spiritual successor to Planescape Torment? They've done actually 2. There's 2 Kickstarters that this company has done. I can't remember the other one. It's also a big project. But they completely destroyed their project goal, like went way beyond it. So that means we're going to get Torment, which is awesome, because I think Planescape Torment probably has the best story of any video game that I've played. And I have to say that as an author, I find that a lot of the stories that I run into in games, obviously I love RPGs, but honestly, when people are like, the story is amazing, I'm like, the story's fine. Like, the best game story is usually only okay. But Torment was beyond that. Like, Torment was such a good story that it actually, I thought, would have been a legitimate, you know, literature. That's how good I thought it was. So, yeah, Torment is the new one coming out. I mean, it's supposedly only, like, related to it. It's not actually the same world or whatever, but still. Yeah, Gray. I'm all over that, man. I hear that, Lego. Don't wear that Coke. Well, I try to... Well, when I get, like, 2 peaks at once, Fifth, I normally try to kind of pick up both of them at once if I can, because I have an expansion. My probe is better. Like, I expanded my scanning device or whatever. But most of the time, I try to be careful about how high the peak is, single peaks. So, I don't know. I try, basically. Video game fantasy world I could live in, what would it be? Forgotten Realms, D&D. Just too many good things in it. So basically, any Forgotten Realms video game. Baldur's Gate, etc. Yeah, the Assassin's Creed storyline's good, Ben, but it's all over the place. I mean, like, I like Assassin's Creed, but there's parts of it where they're just like, take 2 parts Dan Brown and then put in a whole bunch of conspiracy theories and then, like, you know, make Ezio this awesome character and then stir well and see what happens. Like, there's a lot of busted plot holes in Assassin's Creed. And that's coming from someone who's a real fan of the game. So I do like Assassin's Creed, but story, a little all over the place. Hey, Tally. Good to see you, man. Yeah, no, Fifth. But I appreciate what you're saying, man. I do have to be careful when I get those 2 peaks. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I can get both of them at once, and I figure I can save myself some time. But you're right. I'm probably wasting a probe when I do that, so I got to be careful. For people who just came in, I'm just wrapping up some scanning here before I do the next Firewalker mission. Yeah, it is. And actually, I've been watching Inaminatus, who streams over on Destructoid, does Mass Effect 2, and he does it on the PlayStation 3, and watching him go through it as opposed to what I'm doing has been really interesting to see the differences.
Probe launched.
Yeah, and Xbox, same thing, I would assume, is also the same way. Yeah, that's true, Drone. It is a lot easier with a mouse. You know what? I will see. I have rescued. I got the Professor. I got Morden. I got a bunch of upgrades. I just did the first Firewalker quest where I picked up the Hammerhead. And what else did I do? I'm trying to think what other little minor. I did like a couple of minor things. Like I got the Doctor her brandy that she wanted, and like I talked to a bunch of the crew. I got some upgrades for my ship, like little stuff like that. I'm doing a bunch of the side quests first, basically, which is what I usually do. I pretty much cleared up all of Omega, though, as far as I know. Oh, that's cool, Guilt. I didn't actually know. Oh, yeah, Fifth. I'm gonna get everybody. Fear not, my friend. Fear not. I will get everyone. Because I'm sure that that has a major effect on things.
Probe away.
I haven't been to the Citadel yet, Tally. I haven't been there yet. When I go to the Citadel, I will definitely get Kasumi. My favorite Mass Effect moment is real easy, Mano. My favorite Mass Effect moment is at the end of ME1 when I was doubting whether I was going to hit level 50, and I had just gone through this whole epic thing where I'm like fighting my way through the Citadel. I get to Saren, and because I maxed out my charm, which is what I wanted to do, I maxed out my Paragon or whatever, I managed to charm him. He shoots himself, and by shooting himself, he does that epic thing, he falls backward through the window, and I hit level 50. That was awesome. It was awesome because it was a good moment in the story. It was awesome because my character did exactly what I wanted him to do. I built him to be someone who talks people out of situations, so I don't have to just blow everyone away. And it was the last possible thing. Like, okay, technically I had to fight the little husk thing, whatever, afterwards. But the point was, like, it was pretty epic. It was like, yeah, just hit level 50. That was badass. I actually dropped an F-bomb there, which, as people will know who watch me regularly, I very seldom swear, and I certainly very seldom use the F-bomb, but oh man, did I drop a couple there. That was the time. It was oh god, maps. That was one of my favorite moments streaming probably so far. Because I was so unsure. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And I was like, yeah, and that mattered, because when you hit level 50, you get all these other bonuses and stuff, so. It was cool. I have that, if you check out my last Mass Effect 1 video, which is down in Twitch that I've saved forever, I have it saved somewhere. I don't have it as a highlight, but if you just go to the end of it, towards the end of the video, where I take out Saren, plus that whole scene with, like, the Geth invasion, all of it was just badass, so. Yep. It's cool. Cernunnos is a sizable gas giant with a hydrogen-nitrogen atmosphere. It is believed to be an extrasolar capture due to its close stellar location. In a rare phenomenon, it is near enough to its red dwarf star to be within a life zone, though its massive size prevents the tidal lock that usually occur at such a range. While nothing could survive on the surface of a planet with such crushing gravity, Cernunnos' moon Kaelston is habitable. Cernunnos is skimmed for its abundant hydrogen, and refineries on Kaelston process it into a metastable metallic form for use as starship fuel. Cool. Yeah, I always do that, Fifth, and it's just my personality. I want to be more Paragon-ish anyway. Yep, I sure have. And by Archangel, you mean Garrus? Which I figured out, by the way. I was like, yeah, it's close. It's totally Garrus. Yeah, I pretty much did all the Omega missions. So I took care of the whole Patriarch deal and all that stuff. That was a cool thing, actually, with Garrus. That whole scene was with Garrus. I like Garrus a little bit better in ME2. I didn't really like him that much in ME1. So far, I don't love any of the characters I'm with. I'm not like, yeah, this one's awesome. But Garrus is definitely a step up from what he was for me in ME1. I know, Drone, right? I know, I dig it. No, I have not played ME3 Fifth. This is all blind playthrough. I have not played anywhere in ME2 yet either. Just what I'm playing now, so when I finish ME2, I will go straight on to ME3. And then I'll finish it, and then I can have a discussion with everyone about whether the ending sucked or not. But until I've done it, I don't want to know anything about it, because I'll find out for myself.
Away.
Yeah, a lot of people like Garrus. I know, Fifth. I know. Everyone tells me that. I'm on it, dude. Don't you worry. I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm having a blast with these games, so absolutely. Yeah, I just feel that way, Thoughts. I'm just kind of like, what? No, it's just not my personality. You know, part of it too is that I feel like a lot of games are kind of like, oh yeah, it's awesome to be the villain. I'm like, it's so obvious though. Like, of course you're like, oh, the villain. Wow, that's never heard of that before. You know. Is there like something I'm missing? Is that a planet? Ooh, it is. The hell is that? That is a tiny planet. Oh, good call, Arctic. I should do that. I totally should do that. Yes, I am going to download the extended cut. I'm going to download all the DLCs for ME3. I downloaded all of them for ME2, except for a couple of, like, weapons things, like little piddling things, but I downloaded all the quest-based DLCs for ME2. So I'll certainly download the stuff for ME3 as well. Although I'm going to tell everyone right now, ME3 is already like $50 or whatever the hell it costs, or $60. If the DLC is like another $40 or $50 to get all of them, I'm not going to be happy. Like, I do not want to be dropping $100 on a game, okay? And this is the problem with the whole downloadable content concept. I like DLCs when they come out at a decent distance from the original game, and when they don't cost you like half the original game. Unless you're giving me half the original game, in which case, okay. But like, you know. Yes, Lego, I do. Yes. However, I think if you need to keep working if you want to become even better than those video game writers. Because most of the video game writers are okay, but they're not amazing. You know what I mean? Unless you get a person who's an actual, like, who's publishes books and stories and has worked on the craft there and then gets into video game writing. But based on what you've done so far, yeah, absolutely, I do. I think you could become one of those, sure. Yeah, I see that. I see that, Drone, yeah. Nope, I don't have ME3 yet. Going through ME2 first. The ME1 I had still on disc, so I played through that, and now ME2 I picked up on Steam, and then obviously ME3 I'm going to have to do through Origin, which, whatever. But I mean, I have an Origin account, and I got the downloadable content through Origin, so whatever, but... Okay, remember the Fulmore Belt. Bress is a dwarf planet with no atmosphere. It is, however, rich in lithium, which is integral to the heat sinks of starships or handheld weapons. A large robo-mining operation from Kaelston can be found there, right? It's a small-ass planet.
Probe away.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay, well, that's cool. No, but I mean, I know there's other, like, I know they just released the Citadel DLC, I think, or they're going to, which a lot of people said was really good for ME, for ME3, so.
Probe launched.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, it depends on the game. Like, Dishonored I got, like, day one, because I knew that I was going to love the game, and I did. So Dishonored, I got that straight up. But a lot of these games I play through, and it just takes me a while to actually get to them. Like, one of the things I'm thinking about is whether I'm going to play the Witcher series after I finish with the Mass Effect series. I'm trying to decide between that and a couple of other different options, like trying to finish up Tomb Raider so I can get the new Tomb Raider after I finish the old ones, like finishing up Assassin's Creed series. Like, there's a couple of options. But it just kind of depends on when things happen. Like, honestly, depending on how things go, if the new Batman game comes out sometime mid of the year, I mean, I love the hell out of Arkham City and Asylum and City, so I probably would get it, you know, and play it. So just depends on where things are. Yeah, that Dishonored DLC sucked, but I didn't get that one because I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in combat missions. Real DLC is like quest. Real DLC is story. DLC is not, here's well, who was I watching yesterday? Series Runner was playing a little bit of PlayStation All-Star Brawl, or whatever the hell that's called, Brawl All-Stars. And they actually have DLC that was like microtransaction stuff that's like, you for taunts, a taunt, you pay $1 per taunt. And I was like, what? You're paying for taunts now? Like, come on, man. You know? And I know that that's technically not DLC, but it's the same theory, you know? So. Right. Well, the worst thing is when you have a DLC released right after the game it was released because it was on the disc to begin with. Like, that's obnoxious, you know? Yeah, $1 per taunt. And you know there's people who do it. You know there's people like, oh, I'm going to go out and buy it. And the people who are like, well, if someone will buy it, that means it's okay to sell it. I'm like, no. There's lots of people who will buy crack cocaine. You know what's not good to sell? Crack cocaine. I don't care how many people will buy it. It's not just about the market. It's about, you know, treating your customers like they're more than just, you know, cows that that you milk, you know? You know what, Arctic? It's true. There's something to that. I know what you mean. It is true.
Probe launched.
3 probes left. Will I have enough to complete this planet?
Launching probe.
Oh, come on. You can do it. 2 probes remain. Oh, nice. No, I hadn't seen that, Guilt. I'm all over that. I love Dishonored, so I would definitely get that. Well, I'm just sort of scanning. In this case, I was just kind of scanning because I was in the planet anyway, right near a fuel depot, and I was like, oh, I might as well do this while I'm thinking about it. I am not a completionist, but I do want to be able to get the upgrades that give me maximum story benefits. So, basically, if it benefits the story, then sign me up for it. Depleted. Nice. With 1 probe left. 100% nice. Alrighty, good. Okay, back to the fuel depot. Let's buy this, save it. Alright, let's go to Yakawa, shall we? Ah, whoops. Oh my god. There's more planets. Alright, let me take care of these planets, since we're having a nice convo anyway. That's a tough call, Arctic. I think, that's a tough call. You know, I liked some aspects of the Mako missions, but the Mako was a huge pain in the ass to control. And the problem was that the planets were really awesome, like when you were on the planets themselves, but the buildings you went into were so generic. How many times were you going to see the exact same base layout, except you put all the crates on the right side of the room instead of the left side of the room, you know what I mean? So people say that Mako made the world feel more epic, and I'm like, I guess gave you the illusion of it being more epic. On the other hand, scanning, I don't know, sitting here and just like, it's cool to talk with you guys. I feel like on a streaming context, as long as I'm talking with chat, scanning is okay. I'm not 100% sure I'd love to just sit here and do nothing but scan all the time if that was all I was doing. So, you know. Ship upgrades required for maximum story. Yeah. We do Starship when we need Satolbo. I don't know. Like, I've never played Starship, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, it's more planet. It's like science fiction and planet oriented, so I'm not sure. Romancing Kelly right now, Manu. Ah, Kelly. Hey, Crowley. Good to see you, man. Yeah, Miranda, I no doubt. Miranda, that's tough for me because Miranda has got that Australian thing going, and oh man, the Australian accent, I'm here to tell you. But, I don't know though. Miranda or Kelly, I could, you know, either one I could go in that direction. I'll tell you right now. Okay, Kobayashi. I wonder if its last name is Maru. Haha. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Kobayashi is a faint ring system. A rust belt of decrepit refueling stations and abandoned habitats on its moons have attracted Vorsha, Krogan, and other ne'er-do-wells. Living a hand-to-mouth existence with no garden planet supplying them, they trade helium-3 fuel and recycled waste products to survive. Kidnappees from Moscow are typically brought to Kobayashi to be released or sold as chattel to out-of-system slavers. Travel advisory. Law enforcement authorities of Moscow categorically stated their effective range does not extend as far as Kobayashi. A statistically significant number of distress signals have been broadcast from within the 1 million kilometer mark of Kobayashi. Civilian traffic is not advised. All of a sudden I had this image of like Star Trek, Star Trek 6, the Final Frontier? Is that what it is? Not the Final Frontier. Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country, where they're just going to be like, you have been sentenced to spend the rest of your natural lives on Rurapente. That awesome scene, the trial scene. Inam, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Did you get all my stuff on the Steam stuff, Inam? Did you get my request? Yeah, drone. That's what I like to see. Okay, cool. Good, good, good. Aurora Pente. Yeah, I brought you up earlier on, and I was talking about watching your stream. For those of you who don't already know this, Nominatus streams on the Destructoid channel, and he also has his own channel. And he is streaming Mass Effect 2 as we speak, although he's played it like 8,000 times or something like that. And right now he's playing it through on PS3, and it's interesting to watch some of the differences, especially with like the hacking and stuff like that, between PC version and the PS3 version. And he's a very good caster anyway, so you should follow and check him out.
Probe away.
Oh, getting over your flu. Okay, that's cool. Even if he does refuse, and I'm going to stop asking him because it's going to get annoying, but I just think it's so epic if he could actually do the little branding. So his show is called Level Up, and I just think that every time he levels up a character, he should do something like, and that's another level up from ding in Nominatus. You know, he rings a little bell and then like points at the camera. I think that'd be epic, but he just keeps saying that he thinks that would be cheesy. And I don't know who could possibly think that a little branding could ever be cheesy. I just don't know who could think that. I don't understand why anyone would believe that that was the case. Yeah, I already got the, Inam, I already got the Uranus joke from Ben. So, have you probed Uranus? Because we're going to... I'm like, yes, yes. I was watching when this happened. Ooh, cool purple planet. A dense rock planet... Yeah, exactly, thoughts. Then it'll be highlighted for everyone. A dense rock planet, Moscow has a thick methane ammonia atmosphere. Because of its similar conditions to the Volus homeworld Irun billions of years ago when it first formed life, a large Volus university, the Ten Clan Academy, hosts symposia on the planet's surface. Unfortunately, despite their security precautions, pirates, organ leggers, and slavers throughout the Terminus systems have learned that kidnapped students and professors are a source of easy money. This only adds to the university's reputation as a visit or tenure at the academy as a clear mark of commitment on any scientific resume. And that shows you, chat, that being a college professor is dangerous. You just remember that the next time you want to mock a profession like being a college professor, you keep in mind what happens to us when we teach. I could be taken away by pirates and brought to the Terminus systems at any moment. So you just remember what I'm doing out here for you. I'm just saying. Hazard pay. Hazard pay. That's a good question, Arctic. I guess now that I have tenure, my college would pay the ransom. They'd be like, alright, I guess we have to. Or maybe not. Maybe they'd be like, oh no, we'll just replace it with an adjunct. Free monies. All the monies. Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
Launching probe.
Thank you to everybody who has come into the stream. I am very grateful to all of you as always. Thanks for hanging out. If you haven't followed already, please do so. I'm going to be playing for probably another... What time is it? Yeah, I'll probably play for another 45 minutes or so. I'm kind of tired, and I do have a couple more papers I have to grade. I've got a midterm exam to administer tomorrow and such. But I wanted to play a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can do another one of the Firewalker quests. I'm not just going to be scanning. Also, tomorrow evening, if all goes well, Mrs. Arv is going to be making her sophomore appearance, her second appearance on Twitch. On my channel, streaming her second time of second day's worth of Legend of Grimrock. So definitely stop by for that tomorrow evening.
Probe launched.
Oh, cool, Gil. I mean, I thought they overlapped maps. I thought that's one in the same group. Hey, Xanos. Yes, midterms for fantasy class coming on Monday. Coming on Monday. Yeah, I love Legend of Grimrock. I love that game. And won it already, so it's been fun watching her play. What was I going to say? Yeah, Xanos. So I was telling Xanos this yesterday. I'm going to be, I've got a couple conferences coming up, conventions, if anyone's in the Seattle area. I'm going to be in NorwestCon in a couple of weeks, which is at the SeaTac Airport Marriott. And I would love to see any or all of you there. I'm going to be on a few panels with people there. I think like 5 or 6 panels, and I have a reading there as well. And then the week after, when I get back from that, I have a conference, one of my favorite international ones in Canada, Ad Astra in Toronto. And I'm going to be on a panel about villains. I think it's called Why I Hate You or something, with Ed Greenwood, who created the Forgotten Realms for D&D. Ed Greenwood is an awesome guy. He's a best-selling author. And with Xanos' favorite author in the free world, Jim Butcher. So if you want to check that out and you are in Toronto or near Toronto, you should come by and say hello. Yeah, to Miser. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely a nom. That would be cool. When am I coming to Finland? Thoughts, you know, I did go to Norway for a conference. I'm coming to Finland as soon as Finland has a badass, like, book tour for me, or buys my books, or has an awesome conference, fantasy conference, and then, or academic conference, and then, yeah, man, sign me up. I have a friend of mine who actually was one of my tenure reviewers, teaches at the University of Helsinki, so I'm all about it. Exactly, Maps. That's troubling to Miser, and I would probably believe it, too. What do you have to say, Xanos? I think I have a guess, but go ahead. Oh, Arctic, you're from Toronto, man. I forgot that. You should stop by. You should go to Ad Astra in a few weeks. Publisher was called Gale Cengage, and they produced the Third Sign. And people who have on the stream have already bought it. I think there's a couple people on here who can talk about it. Salonis, who's one of my regulars, bought it about a week ago and read it and was nice enough to give it a 5-star review on Amazon because he liked it so much. So that was awesome. Yeah, I called it, Xanos. I called it. Oh, I schedule my book tours, Lego. No one schedules it for me. Yeah, all you Canadians in Toronto, man, stop by. Stop by. Hydrogen helium gas giant Nambu has an extensive ring system but only 20 moons, comparatively few. Its moon Sumiko is the smallest moon known to be tectonically active in the Milky Way, covered with bright fractures. Visitors from Moscow often take advantage of Nambu's refueling platforms. Well, Lego, without getting into too much detail, I will say that I tried to go through a lot of agents. I think I ended up with, I think I got rejected like 80 times, maybe 75 times, 80 times. And then I ended up, there's a whole story, which if you go to my website and go to my media section, you'll hear, there's a couple of panels that talk about Gen Con. If you listen to some of the Gen Con panels that I've posted up there, you'll see some panels in which I talk about how I got published. But basically, the first publisher I approached was Gale Cengage, and they published it. The agents were the ones that I had some trouble with initially because, you know, debut author and all that kind of stuff, so. Tip Jim to come hang with us on Twitch. I'll be satisfied if I get Jim to agree to an interview on Speculate, Xanos. Oh, that'd be awesome, bro. No, I mean, don't, you know, thoughts, I appreciate it, man, but I'm only half joking. I don't want to, like, put viewers to work and be like, oh, yeah, bring me over. But, yeah, man, if you could be like, oh, I have somehow I have a book tour assigned, I'd be like, whew, sign me up. But no, remember that a 5-star, which was Gale Cengage, that it was a smaller press, so it was a smaller print run, too, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. A large Venusian hothouse. My next 2 novels are at large publishers, so hopefully that will go somewhere. Fingers crossed. Yeah, well, that would be cool. A large Venusian hothouse, Cicada's rough weather and active magnetosphere, has a reputation for confounding or destroying space probes launched to investigate it. What has been discovered is that its dense atmosphere is largely carbon dioxide and sodium, and its surface lime. Its magnetosphere suggests an iron-rich core, but its heavy gravity precludes most development. Okay. 16 probes. See if that's going to be enough.
Launching probe.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be... I'm sure that I will be at Comic-Con at some point, Lego. I'm sure that's going to happen. I actually, an author friend of mine, Anton Strout, was talking about going to Comic-Con. And see, I go to Gen Con every year. I'm part of the Writers' Symposium at Gen Con. And Gen Con has got, like, you know, a good 50, 60,000 people attending. And so that's a big conference, and that's a big writer's track. But Comic-Con is, like, double that size, you know? So it's like, he came from Comic-Con, and we're all like, wow, Gen Con, a lot of people here. And he's like, there are a lot of people here, but man, compared to Comic-Con, it's crazy. I've been to New York Comic-Con a couple times when it came here, but that's not, again, that's like a fraction of the size of, like, the big one, so. Never been to any of the PAXs either, and I should do that at some point. Bring him an offering of Coke. Oh, gotcha thoughts. That's cool. Tim Powers, who we're going to be interviewing on Speculate. I've been on a panel with Tim Powers, and that guy, he chain drinks Coke. Like, no joke. He has... Coca-Cola is like... That's his water, I feel like. I don't even know if he actually drinks water at all. If he has any liquid, or if it's just Coke. It was amazing. I had heard that, and I'm like... Oh yeah, I'm sure people are exaggerating. They are not exaggerating. Like, Tim Powers drinks, just chain drinks Coca-Cola. The elixir of life. It's nuts, man. I'm so glad you had that reaction, Lego, that you're like, I want to hear what's going on, damn it. I bet your professors appreciate the attention.
Probe.
But like sitting, you know, he was sitting down 2 seats down from me, and like he just had like 3 cans of Coke lined up for like an hour-long panel, and he just finished one, and he's like right on to the next one. And that panel was kind of scary for me anyway, because that panel was a couple years ago at Worldcon. The room was freaking packed, hundreds of people, and the reason the room was packed is because on this panel is Joe Walton, who just won a Hugo Award last year. Pat Rothfuss, who's a New York #1 bestseller, by the way. New York Times #1 bestseller. The #1 book on the list was by Pat Rothfuss. Lee Modesitt, who's a longtime, very well-known fantasy writer. Tim Powers, and me. So it's like, amazing author. Like, well-known, and up-and-coming author, Gregory Wilson. I'm like, all right. Well, so afterwards I got done, and I had a few of my writer friends in the audience, and I was like, man, I hope that worked out. And they're like, no, you were good. I'm like, I may have been good, but man, that was scary. Like, no, you're fine.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah. Karumto, an Earth-sized planet wrapped in an impenetrable haze of carbon dioxide and ash. Karumto is an unforgiving place. Earthquakes, volcanic gases, shrouds of dust have prevented any major settlements. Its sulfurous crust has yet to produce resources of interest. Okay, let's scan this planet first. See if I can scan it. I have to save a probe for the anomaly, so...
Probe away.
And I'll try to save it. And then go back and find the anomaly and land.
Probe launched.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. Actually, originally, he's the guest of honor at Ad Astra, Xanos, and originally it was supposed to be he and his wife, Shannon Butcher, were both guests of honor, but she had to cancel. I don't know why. Yeah. No, I've never met him. I'm looking forward to it. First panel that I get there, or I guess the second panel on Friday, is me, Ed Greenwood, Jim Butcher, and someone else who I can't remember. And Ed I know very well, but I do not know Jim, so.
Probe away.
Man, okay, let me,
I have detected an anomaly.
I know you have. I'm going to save it right here. And then I'm going to go back and do that quest. Right. Oh, okay. Actually, thanks for letting me know, Xanos. I might have done that. It's very rare, rookie. What's up, man? What's up, man? Ezo's very rare, dude. Alright. Last probe. Aha. Final probe.
Away. Scans have found something.
What do we got? Oh, this is the research station within the volcano. God damn it. This is the one that I'm like, let me do this last. And of course, that's the one I go to first. Alright, well. Research station's data storage systems are still active and may contain valuable information. Warning, volcano is unstable. Advise extreme caution. Tremendous. Alright, let's get it on. Yeah, no, I would. That's good to know, though, Xanos. I know, right? I was like, I'm going to save this for last. Successfully, Arv manages to put himself right in the exact same spot. Alright, Garros. And, of course, Miranda. I already know what you all have, so... Yep. And there was your shot, Xanos. Search the volcano for the research station established by...
Geothermal activity has rendered pathfinding function inoperable. Please use manual controls to locate research base.
Subtext, please wander around the planet instead of using the obvious map. Okay, search for the research station established by Dr. Case and Dr. Oloy. Alright. And of course I can't save, because that would be too easy. Oh, sure, thoughts. So, can someone do me a favor and link my website in chat? Because if you go to my website, the splash screen that will pop up if you go to the author section will be will have the publisher and all that info. So, can someone do that for me? Oh, nice. Whoa, I almost forgot what the heck the button was. Woo, that was close. I see it. Over there. How to get there. Iridium. Oh. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be. Whoa, that was kind of close. Yeah, thanks, Anam. That's it. Yep, and if you just go to the author side of that, thoughts, if you go to the author page, the splash screen will pop up my book, and you can go right to the Amazon page. And I'll mention for everyone, since I've talked about this, before on chat, I have a standard thing for everyone. If if anyone who's a regular on who watches my stream or a Kata stream, I will sell you my book for $20 through PayPal, and for that I will sign the book for you, and I will ship it anywhere in the world, as long as it's not like Antarctica or something, at my cost. So there's probably been about 12 or 13 people at this point from the cast or from the stream that have taken advantage of that. So that will be more than welcome to do that if anyone is interested. Or Finland, absolutely.
Area compromised due to unstable volcanic activity.
And if so, you should just
Mineral resources detected.
you should just drop me a Twitch message, and if you want to do that, and I can send you a link back to it. So, Finland, no. Finland is incredibly advanced and like, dude, this is like Tomb Raider, but like with the machine. It's really a little freaky. And with a legitimate camera. Other than that, it's exactly like Tomb Raider.
Extraction complete.
Yeah. You live with Santa? I support wholeheartedly Mr. Claus and everything that he stands for. I wasn't aware of that though, Rookie, so that explains quite a bit. I am going to play the new Tomb Raider, although I don't know when. It kind of depends. I'm going to do it after, obviously, I finish the other Tomb Raiders. So I still have like 2 or 3 of those to do, and I obviously have to finish Mass Effect series, and I don't know, so I still can't save it? What the F? So soon.
Research base entrance ahead.
That's promising.
Acquired.
I'll tell you what, this thing handles a hell of a lot better. Oh, I can exit it. That's nice. I'm nuts. Yeah. Well, that's quite possibly true. Okay, find clues. At least I'm allowed to save it. I see, okay. I'm gonna guess that, Alright, of course there's no map. Jerry Crazy Wheels. Hey, what's up, Jerry? Welcome into the stream. Jerry, I've been asking this a lot tonight, but, are you new? If you are, welcome in. And if not, then I apologize for forgetting your name. I felt like I was nuts with some of the Tomb Raider. I actually had to finish the first Tomb Raider off stream because I don't rage. People know when I play these games, and I was starting to rage, and yeah, that was not cool. Wait a minute, how do I? What? Oh, okay.
I This site was a roadmap leading to the main ruins. Dr. Aloy and I agree that this must remain a secret at all costs. I will not allow another Eden Prime to occur. The Geth, the Reapers, all of them, they must be stopped.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, welcome in, Jerry. Thanks for coming by, man. Ad Libris. Is that, Stet, remind me, what is Ad Libris? Is that like a, because I think I know Libris, but what is Ad Libris? No, thoughts. I do not like raging. I have to disagree with you there. Maybe it works for some people. I don't like casters that rage a lot. I just find that very kind of uncomfortable. And personally, I just don't think I don't know. It's not the way that I enjoy playing. I feel like people like watching games when people are having a good time. If I'm like raging at a character, I'm like, I can't believe you did that. Like, and I'm into it as a story, that's fine. But if I'm doing it because the controls are pissing me off, which is how I felt with Tomb Raider, that's why I was like, no, that's not worth it. So, thanks a lot, Xanos. I appreciate it, dude. Whoa. What the F?
Activation of research-based power grid has triggered additional volcanic instability. Recommend immediate departure.
Come on, we need to leave.
Hellish planet, star map, Prothean site of major significance, Lloyd mirrors to retrieve all we can, condition to dangerous continue, learn to late local volcanic instability, magnify power grid, only had one time to study this, key to unlock everything's here, everything down this planet. Sorry guys, gotta read at top speed, because we gotta get out.
I was right.
Oh, I already did
This
that.
site was a roadmap leading to the main Prothean ruins. Dr. Aloy and I agree that this must remain a secret at all costs. Another Eden Prime to occur. Again, the Reapers, all of them, they must be.
Ah, shoot. That was stupid. That was careless. That was me being careless. That was dumb. That's it. Somehow I thought it was going to be better than that, I gotta admit. Ah! Cases log. Site of incredible significance located upon the volcano. Unpredictable terrain to make retrieval of any day extremely hazardous. Whew. Hold on, guys. I'm not paying attention to chat at the moment. I'm trying to escape volcanoes, so I'll be with her in a second. Oh boy.
Extraction complete.
Whoa. I did that by instinct. I'm like, I'm not going to make it through there. Get the hell off of this planet now, Joker. Nice. Style points. Let's go, Joker. Get the hell out. And boom. Whew. Yeah, to a certain degree. Okay, let me go back and get chat. I leveled up. Cool. Data recovered from research station. Dr. Case's location discovered. Landing party extracted from volcano. Got some credits. Got some iridium. There we go. All right, just give me a second here. Once I get back on the ship, I'm gonna catch up with chat. I kind of had to stay focused there. I think I got everything. All right, let's see what we got. What do we have here? Rage with a laugh, certainly. Rage with pure frustration stops being entertaining. Yeah, exactly, Anam. Big online bookstore. Okay, yeah, I thought I had heard of that before, Stat. That's cool. Run slow, but read fast. I'm so confused. Yeah, I know. He does run slow, even if he's like doing the storm move or whatever it's called. The Nordic Bookstore. Oh, that's awesome. Thoughts? Yeah, man. Let's see. His internet is a guy running. Can I do both? I obviously couldn't, Fifth. Shepard does run too slow. Talk in space. You got everything good. Okay, I'm caught up. Thanks, everyone. Okay, let's take a look at this journal. Alright, while searching through the data from Corrupto, Cerberus discovered Dr. Case's last known location, the planet Copus. Hopless Hades Nexus. It's believed that Dr. Case discovered a Prothean site on the planet and set out to excavate it. Okay. Alright. And then Squad. Alright, what do we got here? I think I'm maxed out with my assassin, which means the next stage is Tactical Cloak. Oh, I need 3 points for that? Really? See, I want to get that up to... Right now, it's only lasts 5 seconds. I'd like to increase the enhanced cloak is what I want right there. So I want to keep getting up to that level. So I'm going to have to save these points, which means that it's going to keep blinking at me obnoxiously until I actually go back and take care of it. So that's a pain. Like that. See? I'm going to get Incinerate, but why? Should I get Incinerate now? Let me look. Oh. Well, oh man. See, the thing is, I want my cloak... here's the thing. I already do a good deal of damage with my sniper. But I want the cloak when I'm getting smacked in the face by attacks. I want my tactical cloak up. And I'd like it to last a little bit longer than it does. So I wanted to save my points. I guess I could put a single point into Incinerate. I mean, quite frankly, I think I'd be more likely to be interested in the cryo ammo, because that's generally what I do, which means I'd have to get disruptor ammo at that level first. So... Nah, not exactly. I don't have to do a stealth run through. I'm just doing a blind. This is my first playthrough of this, by the way, Jerry. This is blind, so I've never played this before. Yeah, go ahead, Anam. What's your suggestion? What's your thought? Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Your faith in me is overwhelming, Xanos. Overwhelming. Hey, Sir TV. I didn't. Inam, I haven't seen anything from Inaminatus yet. Did he put in a suggestion that I didn't see? Because I don't see it in chat. Oh, there we go. Drop the point into Incinerate, but focus on your cloak until it's finished, which should be in 3 levels. I see, I see. Okay, so in other words, you're saying do a point in Incinerate, and then save up the rest for Tactical Cloak and finish it. So 1 point for Incinerate. Yeah. 1 point for Incinerate. Finish this. Now let me ask you this. Is Incinerate better than Cryo? Or not? Xanos. Okay. Because you know... Now remember... Inam, you remember the Snowblind rounds. Remember the incident of the Snowblind rounds. This is Yoda, right? At the cave. Remember the snowblind rounds at the cave. And still you think Incinerate's better? Incinerate does more at once, huh? I don't know. No, I don't. I don't, Arctic. I don't. I use Sniper. So, alright. I'll go with Incinerate for now. I can drop a point in it anyway. A point, and then I'll put the rest into Tactical Cloak, and then I'll drop back to... What do I need for this? Oh, AI hacking. That's kind of cool, actually. So, alright. So what I'll do is I'll do a point in Incinerate. I'll finish up Tactical Cloak. Then I'll put another point in Incinerate so I can do hacking. And I'll go from there. Yeah, but remember, Fifth, I'm a sniper, though. I mean, so cryo... If it's true that cryo is based on having a weapon that fires a lot, I don't use assault weapons. I mean, I use snipers and pistols for my guy. You know what I mean? Really? Yeah, this is a tough call. Tough call. Yeah, no. I'm definitely going to max my cloak. All I'm trying to decide is whether I want to start working... Do I want to put in cryo or do I want to put in incinerate? Because I'll tell you what, I like the idea of this AI hacking. I really like the idea of turning the synthetic enemy against its allies. That's pretty awesome to me. And that sort of fits the infiltrator mode. So that's what's making me think that I should... spend a point in Incinerate, max out my Tactical Cloak, spend another point in Incinerate to get AI hacking, max hacking, and then eventually work back to cryo. That's what I'm thinking. I used cryo quite a bit. The harder the difficulty, the less of a chance of you killing them in one hit. Cryo gives you the ability to freeze them with the power of the sniper round, focus on another enemy. Yeah. That's a good question. I think it's just default. I pretty much always play on default difficulties on these games. Yep, normal. My difficulty is normal. Ah, it's a tough call, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm gonna go, you know what? Fifth, I really appreciate it, man. I do really appreciate it, and I think you've made a very good argument, but I'm gonna go with Incinerate because I do want the Tactical Cloak maxed, but I really like this AI hacking concept. So, yeah. So I appreciate it, and I will come back to cryo at some point, but I'm gonna do Incinerate, not even so much for Incinerate. I'm gonna do it mostly because I want to be able to get to this AI hacking. So. You have made a good argument, sir. But you have been overruled. No, I'm just kidding. No. Hey, Jerry, that's all right, man. I am soliciting advice from people. As long as I solicit it, it's fine. It's when people are like, "Do this, do what I tell you. Why are you doing it? You're lame." You know, that's when we have a problem. But if I'm asking, then I'm asking. You know. Alrighty. What time are we at? Got 25 people in chat. Well, yeah, play exactly, Divisor. You saw where I was coming from, sir. Do it because I tell you to. All right, so I got about another half hour in me, folks. Those of you who've come in new, welcome into the stream. I stream Mass Effect at the moment, Mass Effect 2, and then I'll be moving on to Mass Effect 3. I also stream game books, Fighting Fantasy game books, the Fighting Fantasy Project. We have run through 3 of the Fighting Fantasy books and 4 Sorcery books. The 4th one, which we're going to be starting next time, is Starship Traveler, so it's actually appropriate for Mass Effect fans. And if you're interested in any of that, please make sure to follow. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Rookie. Play Vanguard now! Peer pressure. Come on, man, do it. All the cool kids are doing it. Alright. Let's see what we've got. I still want to finish up the Firewalker sites. So, basically we've got... Now, what the hell was the one that I was actually supposed to do? So I already did this one, man. Okay, so... Survey sites or Geth incursion? Oh, Cat is playing LOL. Oh, man. Shadowrun. Do you mean Lair of the Shadow Broker? I have the DLC, but I haven't played it yet. Remember, this is all blind playthrough for me, so... Oh, you mean like in the game book stuff? Yeah, right now I've just been doing Sorcery and then the Fighting Fantasy Project. I have actually streamed some D&D before, because I DM quite a bit. Well, shouldn't say quite a bit, but some. I used to do quite a bit, now I do some when I have time. But,
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
yeah, I know, I gotta get to that fuel depot. What was I gonna say? Yeah, this is a blind playthrough, yeah. I'm wearing it blindfolded. That's correct. I'm like the dude in Blind... I'm like Rutger Hauer in Blind Fury. I'm badass. I'm actually not even using a mouse. I'm controlling this with the power of my thoughts. Look, up, down, left, right. That was all me. Spinning, spinning, and now Gangnam Style. Whoop Normandy style. That was all blind. Exactly, I'm one with the game. All that I am and the game is me. What the goddamn hell am I doing? Oh, I'm going to the mass relay. That's right. I'm like, what? First I'm going to the fuel depot. I'm going to pick up my probes. And fuel. Okay. Alright. Yeah, my mouse is moving, but that's because I'm controlling the pointer with my mind. Whoop. Exactly. Right. What Rookie was saying. What Rookie was saying. Opa Shepherd style. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Opa Blindham style. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Let's see. Recruit the Krogan, blah, blah, blah. Recruit the Convict, blah, blah, blah. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So, I got the Prothean Ruin and the Hades Nexus. I've got the Phoenix Massing. Geth Incursion of the Artifact Collection. Let's do the Hawking ETA. ETA. Listen to me. Hawking Ada, not the ETA. Hawking Ada. That would be a Greek letter. Kickstarter is making Shadowrun returns. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, alright, we've got just like 2 planets in here, so I can afford to do this quickly. Chandrasekhar. I'll scan quickly. Teshub. The first and larger of the 2 gas giants in the Hawking Ada Gateway system, Teshub is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. The brown and orange coloration in its upper cloud decks are caused by the upwelling of sulfur from lower levels of the atmosphere. The mouse is a lie. Pronounce this system name? Wait a second. I'm going to pronounce it. I'm going to pronounce it right now. The system is obviously Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar. Welcome to Chandrasekhar. I don't always play Mass Effect, but when I do, I prefer Chandrasekhar. The mouse is a lie. Here I am, totally ignoring Fifth's advice.
Probe launched.
Chandrasekhar Ale. I don't. It's funny that you guys mention all that because I just got I had an academic an essay that just came out for a book collection for The House for Mr. Biswas, which is by an author named V.S. Naipaul, and it was published by an Indian publisher called, what the heck is it? It's sitting on my desk. Pencraft International, and I just got it today. Been sent airmail from New Delhi, so that's the second thing I've had published in India. I had my first book chapter was published on Virginia Woolf from Macmillan International in India as well.
Probe away.
Inam knew that, I think. Hence the Kappa face. I think. I mean, you know, maybe not.
Probe launched.
That's what I thought. Ah, the Kappa face.
Probe away. Probe away.
I probably will go to Kata's stream for just a little bit while I grade a couple of papers I have left to do on this one batch. So I probably will go over for a little bit, yeah. Okay. All right, good night, Anam. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you soon. Again, everyone, make sure you follow that guy if you have not already. He's a good guy and he knows his stuff. All right. I have one answer for you, rookie, and it's called role-playing game logic. I refer you to Mass Effect 1, where I could carry, I think, 750 different weapons on my person at all times. So, role-playing game logic. Everyone is a bag of holding. Hebat is a methane ammonia ice giant. When Heavy Metal Exo Mining of China won the bidding rights to develop the moon of Presrop in the Century System, it began by establishing Helium-3 refueling facility on Hebat. The station, completed this year, is considered a model facility by the executives of the state-run company. Though the station produces more than enough fuel to supply the HAMEX systems running to and from Century, it has a crew of only a dozen for maintenance and oversight. Nearly all the day-to-day operations are automated. I bet that's a fun job.
Launching probe.
I mean, listen, if Shepard can be the first ever human Spectre... if he can be the first ever human Spectre, I don't see any reason why he would not be capable of carrying 750 guns or 174,623 units of Iridium. I mean, he's Shepard. Actually, no. You know what it is, rookie? You know the answer to that question? Mass Effect. You know how one carries it? Mass Effect. That's the answer to everything.
Probe.
You know how fast you were going? Yes, officer. Mass Effect. Honey, I told you to mow the lawn. Mass Effect.
Launching probe.
What do you mean you don't have your paper for today? Mass Effect. Well, Seventh Redemption, if I could play as any other character... I actually did the exact same thing last night when I was watching Series Runner and I had Kat in another stream, so don't worry about it, dude. I'm just giving you a hard time. Oh, man. 42 is the answer to everything, yes. Alright. Artifact collection. Alright, we scan these two planets quickly and then Korang time. Aluza is a small, dense ice giant with high concentrations of water, ammonia, and methane. A few automated helium-3 fuel stations have been established to refuel the ore freighter shuttling to and from Korang.
Launching probe.
Planet Aluza. You know who would live on this planet? Aluza.
Launching probe.
You will never see you'll never see Charlie Sheen on here. You know why not? Because it's Aluza. And it's not winning. Okay. Sorao. Sorao is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. Its most obvious features are a pair of gigantic storm cells, one in the northern hemisphere, one in the south. While richer in helium-3 than Aluza, that's why this is Awina, the difficulties of extraction from Sorao's gravity well and stormy atmosphere led to the other gas giant's development. Sorao has over 80 moons, ranging from a radius of 50 to 2,000 kilometers. The Asari Tersigor Council has established an observation post on one of the larger moons to study the planet's twin storm systems. Oh. Poor. Delightful. That's what I like to see. Okay. I'm going to scan that planet. Right over here.
Anomaly detected.
Initial surveys of Korang noted its high density and active plate tectonics, suggesting a high internal heat fueled by a greater than normal concentration of heavy elements and radioactives. Early test cores proved the mineral richness of the world, but distance from the mass relay in the Centuries system made it unprofitable to develop until late 2183. The atmosphere is a smog of methane, ammonia, and water vapor, a so-called primordial soup. That would be primordial. It is not called primordial unless you're spelling it wrong. Primordial soup, similar to the conditions of early Earth. However, there is no evidence of life developing on Korang's surface beyond the level of simple dextroamino acids. The minimal energy input of the red dwarf Vare have created an energy-starved surface environment, though the planet's volcanism does hold open some possibility for subterranean development. Which obviously happened, because that's why we're here in the first place.
Probe away.
They did. I feel like the hipsters are the sun. Right? I feel like the hipsters really are the sun.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Night, Jerry. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Probe away. Probe launched.
I would assume. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can Blot out the sun with my glasses. Well, she's detecting me. I see an anomaly. Don't mess around with a guy in shades, so no.